My name is Army Sergeant Curtis Johnson. In 2008, while serving in Iraq, I was severely injured when my vehicle struck an IED, resulting in bilateral below-the-knee amputations. This is my lovely wife, Allison, and we actually met through our roommate.
Our roommate's like, you two should date, and
That's
felt
exactly
it
what
around.
happened. She was injured while serving in Iraq in 2009. She's seen me at my best, and she's seen me at my worst, and she's still here. So
I'm so proud of this man. He's the best person I know. The last 13 years have been the most magical thing. I feel the safest. He is my home.
I decided to serve early on. My parents wanted me to go to college when I was graduating high school. I knew it really wasn't my thing. At the time, taking college classes through the local junior college with airmen and NCOs that were trying to earn their degrees, and so they're telling their stories about where they've been and what they've done, and I was like, I just want to go somewhere and do something. So this is what I'm going to do. I was part of a route clearance package. So we load up in the trucks, start heading out on the route looking for roadside bombs. And then just a device goes off underneath my truck. And at that point, I'm just dazed. Guys are already out of their vehicles trying to open our vehicle. Sergeant LaCroix comes in the truck and he's like, hey, I'm gonna help you. So he gets a stretcher off the wall. He gets it out of the back of the truck and they slide me down onto the stretcher and they get me away from the truck. And then they put that helicopter right at the end of the last truck, and then they put me on the helicopter. I feel it get light and I feel us take off. It took about 2 days for me to get out of Iraq to Germany and about another week to get to the States. And so in that time, you're not alone. But it wasn't until that first night there in that hospital that actually everybody kind of left and was able to be by myself and actually look hey, this is where I am now. And then that next day they brought in a bunch of different representatives. One of the guys that came in, his name was Zach, and he was a bilateral below the knee amputee like me, and he walked in on his legs and said, hey man, it's gonna be all right. And that made the difference. So the home we live in now is partially adapted. We got a ramp installed to give us wheelchair access up to the house. And then there's a ramp through the garage into the house, but the driveway itself's a 9% grade. It's steep. There's probably a 2.5 foot to 3 foot difference between the laundry room door in the garage to the floor of the garage. So you would still be pulling yourself up by the rails, not wheeling yourself. The times that I was in a chair, she would have to push me up. There's no way I was getting down by myself or back up by myself.
I broke my back and my hip in 2 locations from my injuries sustained in Iraq. Whenever he's down, I can't be down. And right now, I'm for the most part down. So it's he has no other options but not to be down. And so luckily, we have never both been down at the same time.
Luckily, thus far. I had heard about Homes for Our Troops not too long after I got injured, but I was injured 5 days after my 22nd birthday. I had no kids, I had no spouse. I'm like, that's not for me. That's for the married guy with 3 kids who just lost his career. And so it just kind of went on my way. And then over the years, I had ran into Juan Arredondo, who's now a Homes for Our Troops recipient. And so Juan Arredondo was telling me about Homes for Our Troops and that I should apply. And so I'm like, okay, I'll get on that. I'll do that.
If we were to get a home from Homes for Our Troops, I think the biggest thing is the access.
For me, an absolute game changer, just the greatest improvement ever in my life is just the shower. To be able to roll into a shower and not have water everywhere would be amazing. In the 15 years that I have been injured, I have never been in one place that was completely adapted. Ever. So this home would just give us independence, the ability to go about our lives the way we so choose.
Homes for Our Troops is a godsend for families like ours, for the ability to have veterans live to the fullest, where they don't have the obstacles that we don't normally think about.
Homes for Our Troops has got to be one of the most selfless organizations I've seen. Meeting the leadership and the intake team and the veterans team, like, these folks, they don't have to do this, they choose to do this. And to take that kind of time and to put themselves out there, to put themselves in front of other people saying, hey, if you can give to us, we can truly make a difference. That's just selfless.